Hi, I'm Richard Seitz, alongside Angel Green, and welcome to the debut of Iterations, a video blog from Allen Interactions. We're hoping to use this opportunity to have a discussion, kind of a casual talk about topics that interest us, that we've had experiences as we work with clients and customers on e-learning projects and other instructional design projects, and share that information with you. And for our first topic, what we thought we would do is discuss the role of a SME in an instructional design project.
That's right. So a few weeks ago, we had a great webinar with Stephanie Crow from Manhattan Associates. And one of the things that made that project so successful was the SMEs that we had involved, their level of effort, their input, their expertise on the topic. We know sometimes that doesn't always happen.
No. And that's the hard part about having a SME involved in the project, is that they're a holder or they are someone that possesses a lot of information and they have knowledge of everything imaginable that might be about the task or the specific event that we're training on. And we need access to them, and we need them to be committed to the project and have the same kind of ideas that we have in terms of what we need to do to develop the course. And that's a challenge for us.
Yeah, to get that accessibility, that availability to answer phone calls and emails and be in meetings. They're experts for a reason. They are in demand. So it's hard to get them to be in the room and involved in the conversations.
I think it's also a challenge, and this is usually what we face in looking at iterating from a prototype and a very specific idea that's addressing a performance issue. And that's to narrowing down what they know and focusing on a specific event. And so it's hard for SMEs to do that because they have all these connections of everything that their past experiences and the knowledge they have and the experiences that they've had seeing others perform or underperform on this task, and they bring it all to the table, and we need just to be a very finite amount of information. And it's difficult to kind of help them help us.
Right. So I think sometimes the SMEs know so much, and to say, I just need somebody to be aware or informed of one or two things, and I don't need all of those other frames of references. I just need to know how this functions. I just need to know how to do this task in my job, and I don't need to know the history of how that task came to be or the database from which this is pulling from.
Right.
I just need to know how to access it on screen or do this task.
So what we've done in the past and what we try to do is really have access to a SME early if it's necessary to kind of flesh out the information and identify what it is that we want to do about this event. And then maybe look for other people, managers, recent learners, people that actually do these things day in and day out to see what the real scope of the information that we're going to need and design around that.
Right, and they can help us put it into context.
Yes.
So they have experience of what it looks like in real life actually doing this task. And so they can help us frame that context of what it's going to look like in the training.
Right, which helps us define the performance moment and the interaction that we're trying to build.
Exactly.
And then we use the SME, the follow-up,
right,
the subject matter expert, as someone to verify that we got it right, that that information really is true. So we kind of have what we might refer to as subject matter enthusiasts that are framing the scope of the activity and the information, and then we use the subject matter experts to help verify that we got it right.
So we need to redefine what we're considering to be a SME as the person who helps us build the content. So instead of calling them an expert, I like that. The subject matter enthusiast.
Absolutely. And it helps us move away from content focus to a performance focus. And I think that's really what we're always trying to do, especially here at Allen Interactions and following Sam and having a real belief that we need to make things that are meaningful, memorable, and motivational.
Right. So we want to hear from you. Let us know what kind of challenges that you have with your subject matter experts. How have you overcome them? And use the commenting feature on our blog and let us know how you might have overcome this in the past.
We'll be excited to hear your thoughts and ideas and input, and we'll certainly take those into account for our next video blog. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on Iterations.
Bye-bye.